All right. Fourth and ninth Korean things. Ninth Korean space of journeys and pilgrimages. Um, fourth Korean teams is home, so relocation, home journeys. Flip just in my unions, shit like that. Spill mundane type of thing. Flip just in my union. Seventh Korean teams, stuff like that. 11 friend, 10 things, allies and friendships, former allies and friendships and shit like that. Former allies and friendships. Fifth friend things, young ones where, I relocated to Ohio in 2019 Gregorian, the year 12,989 calculated from the year Gemini. Um, you know, Uranus, well, was going through my seventh for real by, dissension. Uranus going through my seventh ring by dissension, shit like that. You know, a lot of changes in my marriage at the time. I was legally married to someone. A lot of changes in my marriage at that time, so like just a whole lot of instabilities and shit like that. Um, so I relocated there because I had begun a romance with someone during that time. You know, my ex-spouse decided to relocate there shortly after. Like, shortly after, you know, contrary to my advisory. Like, contrary to my advice. But, we're grown. We do what we want to do. We're grown, shit like that. You lead horse to water, but you can't make them drink. We're grown, so we do what we want to do, shit like that. So, can't tell some. Well, don't. You can, but are they going to necessarily follow it? Like, with my four young ones, the plan was for me and said person I relocated for, cause there's a lot of stuff going on in that marriage and stuff like that. I was going faithful one most and shit like that. And he was just, man. He did uphold his end of the bargain on that one. Um, So I got tired of, sitting back and being in emotional pain, stuff like that. I got tired of, I got fucking tired of that Kyride wound being, like, constantly, like, reactivated and, over and over again and shit like that. Like, so, I basically fucking, relocated up there, in that area and shit like that. And, due to certain things, certain rivalries and shit like that, due to certain things, it didn't quite, you know, that got flipped and it just ended up with us being like, you know, ops. It just ended up being ops and shit like that with certain ones like getting in the way of like, I'm not gonna speak on like, I'm not speaking on. I love my young ones. I love them dearly. I can't wait to see them again. I am then I relocate back in this area, but sell some family things, like considered for friend teams, family teams, and shit like that. But you know, it's hey. Didn't quite pan there like that, so didn't quite fucking pan out like that, so it's oh boy. I'll say Pluto and Aquarius signs shit crazy. Pluto and Aquarius signs shit like that. It's Pluto and Aquarius times and shit like that, and I will spend more upon that later and shit like that. It's oh boy. And that just reminds you have some that you were hoping will have empathy and sympathy, particularly for the young ones, you know. Like particularly for young ones and parents, they don't. It's the sympathy is lacking. It's like it's fucking lacking. It's not there. That empathy is not there. Like the ones that you put, like the ones that you elected and placed in charge, be in charge, shit like that. Then they go pull shit like this. The empathy is lacking, you know. Speak on other side teams, you know. It's fucking lacking and shit like that. It's the compassion that a true leader is compassionate and shit like that. Like compassion for all humanity, period, shit like that. Not just a particular group, class, or something. Like true leader possesses compassion. Like and I'm just saying, no, no, mm-mm. Like we're not doing nobody with a damn bachelor's degree and letting them out bachelor's degree in business and let them in office, stuff like that. True, like truly at least got liberal arts education, ex-military, something like that. Went to law school, went to legal school, de- dealing with people, like dealing with people and actually protecting and defending people and shit like that. Like that's a true leader, like. That's a true leader and shit like that. So like they read somebody bachelor degree in business, shit like that. So okay, so you making what? All you know how to do is make money, even at my damn cost. That's all you know how to do is keep your pockets and bank account full. You don't have that knowledge or experience to be leader. But other than that, whatever. Alright, but other than that, much love y'all later.